What's good, everybody? It's just your neighborhood angler, MoneyBass, out here about to do this we call Bass for Cash. Now, I get out here on a weekly basis. I've been gone for a minute, but I'm back. I get out here on a weekly basis. How many fish we can get to the boat in about an hour, 2 hours, something like that. All you have to do on your end is guess the weight of the fish. But first, you got to subscribe to the channel. And bam, just like that, you can walk away with some cash for your pocket. Now, right now, up for grabs, if you can guess the weight of the fish that is caught today, you can walk away with a nice and easy $80 bill. $80 for the weekend, guys, all right? But that is only if you are the subscribers to the channel. They can walk away with a little cash, but the members of the money team, they get some bonus bucks, all right? It does not cost anything to participate in Bass for Cash, all right? Want to give a big shout out. We got Jody tuning in. We got GL Jones. What's going on, GL Jones? GL Jones, did you put a message on Facebook recently about something? I can't remember what it is, but I don't want to say if I'm wrong. But if you did, just let me know in the chat. Shout out to Blaster. We got Julian in the chat. Oh, we got Ken. Ken is back in action. All right, guys, what we're going to do today, I need 1 hour. 1 hour on the shot clock. What I have been working on is, as you guys know, I told you that I had never really taken the time to figure out how to do this scoping thing that everybody talks about. And when I say scoping, I'm not just talking about using live imaging. I'm talking about using live imaging to the point where you are tracking individual fish or maybe bait fish or something like that, and you're targeting those fish with minnow baits. So that's what I'm going to do out here today. We're going to do that for a quick minute, see if we can come up on a bite pretty quick. If not, then we'll switch over and see if we can get something to the boat before we close the day out. Shout out to Dottie. I see Dottie back in the chat. What's going on, Errol? Spot Snatch, he says, does Bass for Cash pay better than Dual Threat? I think it does. From what I'm hearing, I think Bass for Cash pays a lot better than Dual Threat. If there's anybody in the chat that has won Bass for Cash before, put I won in the chat and put how much money you won. All right, so the other thing, guys, we have Battle of the Anglers coming up. I'm going to walk you through some of the baits that I plan on using for the Battle of Anglers, and that will take place on Sunday. Sunday at 8 a.m., guys. We're doing a Sunday because Saturday is going to be kind of ugly outside. It's going to be raining and all that kind of stuff. And also, some of the guys had other tournaments that they're going to be participating in. All right, so the quick rundown. Of course, you know, we got the handy-dandy shaky head. This right here is what bendation is all about. All right, so we have that. Another thing that we're going to do is slow roll just a little regular minnow. You guys see that? So we'll slow roll a little minnow. And then this right here is just a minnow bait on a jig head. And let me see, I have braid on here, and this is going to 10-pound fluorocarbon line. So this is what we're going to be throwing at first, guys. We got a nice little spinning combo set up. All right, so the other thing, this is for the Battle of the Anglers on Sunday. So we're going to throw a crankbait. I have a 5XD on there. You know, I have to put my little feather on there. I like to spice it up a little bit. So we're going to have that going, banging off rocks and things like that. So hopefully we'll have a good time with that. I'm hoping I can get out there and get my limit first thing in the morning. Now, this is my secret weapon. Well, I guess it's not a secret since I'm actually showing my competitors what I'm going to be using. But we're going to go with a Carolina rig. You guys see that? So I keep that on keep a nice swivel right here, and I keep that bead right there so it kind of bounces around. It makes a little bit of noise so that it'll get the attention of those fish, and then we'll just follow that up with a nice little bait. But that's my Carolina rig. So that is the baits that I'll be using for Battle of the Anglers on Sunday, and we're going to see how that works out for me. Last time you guys saw, I was able to start out real quick getting some fish to the boat, and then everything just fizzled out for me. But now we're going to go out here, make a few casts. We're going to see if we can find some suspended fish or just some fish that I may be able to get to come out and play with us a little bit. So we can practice on this jig and minnow. We're going to jig a little minnow, scoping a minnow out here for a minute. Shout out to Ken. He says, yes, sir, going to make some money plowing. All right, shout out to Ken. Okay, so you guys are talking about just snowed in. So take a look around out here, guys. It's beautiful. Isn't she lovely? You guys see this nice day we have out here? Got the sun up there shining nice and bright. Where's it at? There it goes. So yeah, it's a real nice day out here today. Wish I had came out here a little bit sooner, but hey, it is what it is. All right, so all I'm doing now is just scanning around trying to find some suspended fish. It'd be nice if I can find some bait fish. Probably what I'll do next is I see a bunch of birds and stuff out there on the water. So we'll probably go out there and see if I can find some schools of bait fish and target those. But again, this is kind of something new for me. Obviously, people have been fishing this way for a minute, but I've just never taken the time to just come out and just solely use my live imaging and a minnow bait like you guys hear so many people talking about doing out there on the water. Blaster says, I miss pushing snow when I worked the state of Virginia many moons ago. Julian says, beautiful day out there. Too bad I got the flu. Oh, no, not the flu. Well, you know when you get the flu, if you go fishing, it kind of makes it go away faster. I guess you didn't know that secret, huh? Okay, let's see. I think I might see something. Only one way to find out. So I got my bait going down right there. And we're just gonna hold it right over there and just see if anything will come up and talk to me. All right, nothing came up. Well, I saw something come up, but we're gonna get back down there again. Take another look. About 40 feet out. Water temp sitting at 52 degrees, so things are starting to heat up, guys. All right, let's try that one more again. That's not where I wanted it to go. Ken says, man, you need to be on the bank throwing a rattle trap. Just go to the bank, huh? Shout out to Georgia Dogs. He says should be 50-degree water. It was earlier this week when I was out. So how did you do when you were out earlier this week? Did you catch anything? Was the bite slow? Was it good for you? So my thing is just getting to the point where I get used to just continually working on a new technique, even if it isn't necessarily productive for me. So all we're doing is just keeping this little minnow right above the bottom because I see some fish out there relating to the bottom. But I'll say this, I did catch my first scoping a minnow bait yesterday. Oh, you said slow bite had to drag a worm, and guess what I just picked up? Yeah, that's what I'm picking up real quick because I see the fish relating to the bottom. Ken says MLF is at Gerald this week and smashing in parallel on the bank with rattle traps and square bills. Shout out to Black. He said, congrats, MoneyBass. What's the congrats for? I've been gone for, I guess, about a week, right, guys? But we're back. Took a little break for a quick minute. But Bass for Cash is back. And remember, guys, this Sunday from 8 a.m. to 1 p.m., we will be shooting the next episode of Battle of the Anglers. And we'll do a few, give you guys a few chances to participate in the chat. Give you guys a few chances to win some money. Remember, all you have to do is subscribe to the channel and guess the weight of the fish. That is all that is required. It doesn't cost anything to participate. All right, we've been out here for what, about 10 minutes, I think. 10 minutes, saw a few fish. Didn't get anything to bite yet, so we're gonna slow it down and hit them in the head with a shaky head for a quick second. Then right after that, we're gonna head out and we're gonna go out there. I don't know if you guys can see it. Let's see if I can zoom in. You guys see all those little white dots out there on the lake? It's a bunch of birds sitting out there. So that's telling me that there's a good chance there may be some bait fish sitting out there. And if we have bait fish sitting out there, then there may be some big bass, sometimes some striper, something like that out there hanging out with those. I thought I felt a tappy tap. You know, if I feel the tap, I got to peel it back. Oh, I'm drifting, that's why. If you're drifting, it definitely will make it feel like a tappy tap. But yeah, we're gonna go out there and look for some bait fish and get back and see if we can get some minnow action going on. Make sure you guys hit the like button for me too. If you have already hit the like button, really appreciate it. Just double tap your screen so we can get the likes up. The likes up, get the bites up. We got Kevin Two Fishes in the chat, says MoneyBass getting that FBS early. Hey, it almost got me. It almost got me. But I realized that the boat was drifting. I didn't hit spotlight. All right, so this is another question I have, and I want you to answer. Type the word Expo, E-X-P-O. If you like going to fishing expos, like outdoor expos where they have all kinds of different new lures, new boats, kayaks, fishing gear, just about anything you can think of at a fishing expo. If you are into fishing expos, type the word Expo in the chat. And the reason why I'm bringing that up is because tomorrow I will be broadcasting live from the NOE Expo. Shout out to Kevin Two Fishes. And some of you guys, the last time I was broadcasting from the Expo, you guys were actually able to put orders in while we were live and get the product shipped out to you. Some of the things that you guys will see are going to be custom made. Only one of one custom baits that are made, painted, and all that kind of stuff. So if it's something that catches your eye, you'll be able to speak directly to the vendor and set up something to where they can ship any products that you see that you may be interested in. And the reason, like I said, the reason you want to do that vendors that have products you can only get from them because they are custom products. All right. All right. So let's see. Shout out to Kevin Two Fishes. What was that? I just call you 250. 250 says, if there was one near me, I would go. All right. Well, there's going to be one right near your phone or your computer or TV. All you have to do is tune in. And if you guys have questions for them or anything like that, you can type those messages in the chat and then I can ask the vendor. All right. So Ken says, where's this expo going to be at? It is going to take place in Cartersville, Georgia. So if you look up NOE Expo, that is the expo that I'm referring to. Blaster said he's going to be there. He's going to buy something. You said 250 or Ron will do. I don't know if I remember Ron because the name says Sue's RMX 250. Cheetos, what's going on? We got Cheetos back in the chat. Says, have you tried the fuzzy dice? If so, had any luck? I'm just not into fads. So I actually have some. Shout out to Booyan. He hooked me up with a few fuzzy dice, hit me up in the chat and was like, hey, bud, I'm not far from Lanier and I make those fuzzy dice baits. So he gave me a few to test out. I haven't tested them out yet though. All right, do we have a customer? Come on, customer, come on down there. Take a little taste. Come on, little fishy. So I see some fish out there. They are definitely relating to the bottom. Blaster says some Expo cash. 450 says RMX 250. Okay. There was somebody else in the chat that rode bikes. I do not remember the name though, but I remember them talking about it in the chat. All right, the wind is coming in a little bit. Let's go ahead and move and head out to another spot. Cheeto says, I'm very interested. I hear they are on another level. Seems a little expensive to me. Good luck to you, my friend. All right. Let's keep on moving. So we got, what, 5 rods on the deck. I plan on using 2 of those today. And hopefully, let's see, 1, 2, and hopefully 3 on Sunday when we do the next episode of Battle of the Anglers. All right, you said, what boat am I running? I'll show you that in just a second. All right, guys, what I was planning on doing is, well, let me think. Let me just take a look and see. It seemed like it may be a little too windy for it. Let me just check my map real quick. I don't have my headset, so that wind may be a little too much for you guys that are watching. But I really do want to ease out here and take a look at something real quick. All right, let's clear all this old stuff off of here. Spot Snatcher says, I caught 2 Saturday that had clay on their bellies. Okay, how deep were they? 250 says it's 6'7" here. No pun intended. 250 says seeing you fishing got me wishing I was fishing. Yeah, I had to ease on back out here, guys. I've been gone for a quick minute, but I still try to upload a little something for you guys every day. Oh, let me start doing some scanning. We're sitting in 84 feet of water right now, guys. Georgia Dog says, same here, Spot Snatcher. They are stuck to the bottom. Couldn't see them on live scope. We got Heem. Heem is in the chat. Good to see you. Make sure you guys double tap your screen so we can get the likes up. If we get the likes up, we get the bites up. All right, but the thing I was mentioning about the Expo is the NOE Outdoors Expo. It's taking place in Cartersville, Georgia. So if you guys are interested, if you're in that area, you like expos, make sure you come and check it out. So I will be out there with the Rod Vendors Bass Club, and I will also be broadcasting live and doing some interviews with a lot of the different vendors. So if you have any questions for them or you see any products that you like, then I'll be checking the chat and everything, so that way you guys can participate too. So all I'm doing right now, guys, is I'm just driving around and I'm scanning to see if I can locate some bait fish. Because now you guys should be able to see. You see all these birds out here? Can you guys see them? All the little white dots. It's a bunch of birds out here. And what I'm looking for are bait fish. Because if I find those bait fish, then there should be spotted bass, largemouth bass. 250 says, what species are you after? I am after spotted bass, pretty much, is what I'm targeting for today. So right now, though, I'm looking to see if I can find some bait fish, and it doesn't look like I'm finding anywhere I'm at. Georgia Dog says, same here, spotted. They are stuck to the bottom. Couldn't see them on live scope. All right, 10 to 15 feet. All right, I see the lights moving up. All right, let's see. We're gonna head over toward this area called Saddle Dyke. Anybody familiar with Saddle Dyke on Lanier? Maybe that'll help us get out of the wind too. I just went over some bait fish over there. So right now I'm just driving around and scanning and looking for bait fish right now. It's a nice ditch up here. I'm gonna slow down because we're gonna take a look around in that ditch and see if there's some bait fish over here hiding out. All right, 250. You said what type of boat am I running? As we're drifting, I'll go ahead and give you a quick rundown. So I am running a Nitro Z20, Nitro Z20. On the back here, there's my Starlink that I have hooked up. I'm running a 250 Mercury Pro XS 4-stroke motor. It'll push this boat about 70 miles an hour, a little more, a little less. I have 2 shallow water anchors, 2 Minn Kota Talons. And let's see, at the console, I have a 9-inch graph, a 10-inch graph. And up front, I'm running a 12-inch for my live imaging. And that 10-inch right below it is for my 360 and my mapping and things like that. But that's it, nice and simple. All right, so we're gonna look around and see if we see any bait fish. And I'm not seeing any bait fish. Uh-oh, 256, he's in Texas around Lake Fork. That's a lake I've always wanted to fish. What's the biggest fish that you've caught on Lake Fork? Water temps over here sitting at about 54 degrees, so it changed just a little bit. But not seeing any bait fish. Wow, a 12-pound bass. And you caught that on Lake Fork? And what bait did you catch it with? All right, so we're sitting right near a ditch. So what I'm gonna do is just throw this drop this little minnow down there and see if anybody wants to come out and play. All right, so maybe you guys can see it right there. There's my bait dropping down. I'm just gonna let that hover right above that structure down there. See if anything wants to come out and grab it. Oh, Ron said he was using a live minnow. Uh-oh, don't tell me I'm hung up. I'm gonna lose one already. Let's see how deep that water is. I'm down there pretty deep too, so I don't know if I'm gonna get this one back. Oh, there we go. Nice little simple pop, and I got it. All right, let's keep on moving. So not seeing any bait fish. All right, guys, we have 27 minutes left on the shot clock. All right. Let's go ahead and get a fish to the boat so we can see if anybody wants to walk away with any weekend cash. I tried. You got something. I tried the minnow fishing for what, about 15, 20 minutes. We're done with that. Let's head over to a rocky point or something like that and see if we can get it done in the next 30 minutes before we head on out. But remember, I need everybody to tune in on Sunday from 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. We will be live. It will be the Battle of the Anglers. You guys have all seen it before. We have 7 guys that will be competing, all right? 7 guys that will be competing for that. Shout out to Blast. He says, we are in the presence of greatness. Mr. First Place Finisher himself, Mr. MoneyBass. I was wondering what you were talking about. All right, so we're just gonna ease up on a rocky point. But appreciate that, Blaster. I think Blaster watched that live weigh-in. If you guys wanna see the live weigh-in, you see that banner right there, FishXLive.com. You can just go to FishXLive.com. Wait a minute, who is that? We got Boomer Sooner in the chat. Oh my God. Said I'm still a Chicken Hawk fan. Wait a minute. What have you changed? Who is that? Because I have not seen that name before. And you have been a member of the money team for well over a year, because I can see that by the badge that is next to your name. But something tells me that you changed your name. So who is Boomer Sooner? Does anybody know who Boomer Sooner is? Says I'm still a Chicken Hawk fan. Well, Chicken Hawk is going to get stomped out the next time that we meet up on Logan Martin. You guys know we're going to do probably about 3 of our Battle of the Anglers tournaments on Logan Martin this year. So at one point, Chicken Hawk was saying he tried to claim that as his home lake because he just thought that he would be able to beat me on that lake. And once he saw that those dreams got smashed, then he changed to a different lake. But we're gonna be on Logan, probably be the first lake that you can see Chicken Hawk on fishing the Battle of the Anglers this year. All right, just making a cast out there to some structure that I see. 250 says, besides B-Lat, you are the only brother I seen with a serious bass boat. Oh my God, that can't be true. You need to go and check out, go to the Rod Benders Bass Club on YouTube. The Rod Benders Bass Club on YouTube. Go to the Rod Benders Bass Club on YouTube. If you're not subscribed to that channel, make sure you subscribe. That is the bass club that I'm with, guys. Bless says, oh no, Boomer is CP. Wait a minute, hold on. Boomer is CP, it can't be. Terry C says, about time. Wait a minute, CP. Say it ain't so. Say the name is not gone. What happened? Boomer Sooner is... Oh, shout out to Terry C. The money team is coming in strong. You guys see that badge next to Terry C's name? You can only get that badge if you have been a member of the channel for over a year. And some of these guys have been members of the channel for a few years. Always going to want to give credit where credit is due. Blaster says, I can't believe it. Is the name CP gone? All right, so two things, guys, two things. Tomorrow, I will be broadcasting live from the NOE Outdoors Fishing Expo, but it's really an outdoors expo. It's going to be, they're going to have RVs, well, not RVs, what is those things called? ATVs, kayaks, boats, fishing gear, fishing rods, all kind of new and custom baits and things that you haven't seen before. So make sure you guys tune into that tomorrow. The other thing, the Battle of the Anglers is going to be taking place on Sunday from 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. Now, during the Battle of the Anglers, we are going to have some bass for cash, some opportunities for you guys to win bass for cash, all right? So you want to make sure you tune in for that too. How does the wind sound for you guys? Because the wind is picking up pretty tough out here. I don't know if you guys can see that right there, but we're right on top of a brush pile. You guys see that? Those things look kind of spooky when you're out here in the lake, especially when the sun starts going down. You see that? That's kind of a tree down there. Sometimes it feels like something may come and jump up and grab you. BMP says they can hear, but it's not too bad. All right, thanks for the feedback. All right, so this is a wind-blown point. So all I'm gonna do is spin around, and we're just gonna, a lot of people like to throw spinner baits and jerk baits on wind-blown points like that, but I'm not seeing fish suspended at all. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna get out here and get at a good angle to where I can cast and get this. Oh my goodness, wait a minute, what was that? What was that? What did I see? Did I see what I saw? I sure did. "40 feet out. Can I get him? Can I get him at 40 feet out? Shout out to Cody. Cody said, "What's up?" What's going on, Cody? Man, this wind is kind of tough out here. All right. Have you been on the stream? We've been running, I think, for about 40 minutes or something like that. Who has been on the live stream since I first started? And the reason I'm asking is because I want some feedback. How has the quality of the video been today? We're still just testing a few things out with the Starlink setup. And on Sunday, Battle of the Anglers will be the first episode that is being ran with that Starlink. So we're gonna see if that makes a difference for us. So what do you guys think? Can you give me some feedback on the video quality since we're using this Starlink? All right, shout out to Georgia Dogs. Georgia Dog says it looks good. He said the quality is pretty good. All right, we're gonna fish this right here for just a few minutes. And then we're going to head to, I guess, one more area to finish up the day. When this wind is blowing, you guys see how I keep this high-vis yellow line. The reason is for me to be able to see that line. So when it's sitting on the water like that and it's not moving, that lets me know that I'm keeping my shaky head on the bottom. Okay, that's one of the things that's real important, is to make sure that you're keeping the bait on the bottom when you're fishing that shaky head. And I'm just kind of fan casting and fishing different depths with it. So I'll start over here closer to the bank. Sometimes I'll start out a little farther and work my way to the bank, maybe make like 4 casts, something like that. Don't get bit, pack up and zip. And Blast says, wow, that Starlink is great. Countryside Tactical says, what you using, partner? I'm using the shaky head. Oh man, you guys saw it. I felt the tap. I felt the tap. I had to peel it back. But it tricked me. There wasn't anything there. You know what I think it's gonna be? It's gonna be some grass. I'm pulling it through some grass. I felt some resistance. And I thought it was a mouthpiece. So I had to check it. I had to chin check it. Georgia dog, say it ain't so. BMP says, I seen it. Oh, man, listen, on Sunday, I bet there's going to be a lot of false bite sensations going on once those fish start coming to the boat. You're watching us fish live, guys. Once somebody starts catching fish, the people that aren't catching anything, they start getting the jitters. The hands start shaking, the rod starts shaking, and it make them think of fish is on the other line, but it's not. It's just a whooping on the other end of that fishing line. And they try to set the hook on that, but it doesn't work. Got Ron in the chat. Ronyo's Adventures says, let's win cash. We have a little bit of time left on the shot clock. All right, let's make one more cast here. And we're gonna make a long one. Let the wind carry. The wind is blowing back that way into this cove. So we're gonna cast back into that cove and let this shaky head fall all the way down to the bottom. I put some line out and then I watch to see when that line stops moving to let me know I am on the bottom. And then I just fish this thing back real slow to make sure it stays in contact with the bottom. Appreciate everybody for tuning in. Make sure you double tap your screen, tap, tap, so we can get the likes up. Once again, 2 things I want you guys to remember. On Sunday, the Battle of the Anglers will be taking place on Lake Altoona. There will be 7 of us on the screen. You guys have all seen it. If you have not, and you do not know what Battle of the Anglers is, make sure you search on YouTube, MoneyBass, Battle of the Anglers. And I guess you could just go ahead and put MoneyBass, Battle of the Anglers, Altoona. And you'll see the tournament from last month when we were there. You have 7 anglers on the screen. All of us can hear each other, and we're talking back and forth to each other. The chat gets active. We have a commentator that's reading the chat. So it's a great time. Great time for the guys fishing and for the people watching. The second thing is the NOE Outdoors Expo. The NOE Outdoors Expo is taking place tomorrow in Cartersville. I will be there with the Rod Benders Bass Club. So if you guys are interested in that type of thing, make sure you tune in for that because I will be broadcasting live from that expo. Shout out to Tom Mix. He says, hey, it sounds a little breezy. It's a lot breezy out here right now. That's why this is the last cast in this location. Then we're going to take off and go back into a cove and finish out these last few minutes here. Tom Mix says, are we still doing the widescreen thing? No, right now we're just running a single live. This is just a single live. There are some things that I'm still working on. Appreciate you for bringing that up, Tom. But right now, this is just a single live stream. So everybody's on the same live stream this time. All right, so who remembers the two things? Let's see who knows the two things that I mentioned. Let's see how good your listening skills are. Who knows the two things? If you know the two things, type them in the chat. All right, we're gonna move and go back into a cove and get out of this wind. Because the wind is not my friend, not today. Not today, I don't feel like playing around with it. All right, Blaster says, one stream family huddle. Up, Dottie, I need you over here. Uh-oh, what is going on in the chat? Uh-oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Do I see something? If you see something, I need you to say something. If you see it, I need you to say it. We're back in action again. Who is that masked man? Who is that masked man? Does anybody know? Let's see if anybody knows. Uh-oh, Terry C sees it. David says, I see it. David said, I see it. He said, I see what's happening here. Is that it? Only two people with some eyeballs? Let's take a look and see if anybody else sees it. Terry C sees it. Dottie says, I'm back, baby. Oh, my goodness. What is going on in the chat? Oh, what is that right there? Uh-oh, I think I see something, guys. Let's see if I can track him all the way down. All right, who else sees it? Blaster bringing up old names in here. Shout out to Boomer. CP. What is going on, CP? I don't know if it's going to be hard to get used to the new name. Shout out to CP, the generous general, slid right on in and hit you guys with 5 gifted memberships. Let's take a look and see who those gifted memberships went to. And actually, while we're doing that, let me just go ahead and drag something on the bottom where these fish are relating to. All right, let's see who got those memberships. All right, let's hit spot lock so I can take a look. All right, shout out to Boomer, better known as CP. Oh my goodness, shout out to Dottie. Oh my goodness, Dottie has the badge. She's been a member for over a year. Shout out to Tom Mix back in action. We got Max in the chat. We got Demetrius and Anthony. Oh my goodness. Dottie says, that's why you said I'm back. Dottie says, I'm back, baby. Oh my goodness. Dottie said, I'm ready to get double the payout. She said double the payout is double the fun. For those that don't know, when we're doing this thing called Bass for Cash, it does not cost anything to participate. All that you have to do is subscribe to the channel. Subscribe to the channel, guess the weight of the fish, and just like that, you can walk away with a nice cash payout. Now, for those that are members of the channel, they get 2 guesses and they get twice the payout. So that's why Dottie is like, I'm back. I think Dottie, how much did you win before? Because I think Dottie got one of the higher payout before. Tom Mick says, I see it. Dottie said, I got 120. You're supposed to put a dollar sign in front of that, Dottie. That's not 120 miles an hour. That's about $120. You got to let the peoples know. Boomer Sooner. Oh, my goodness, guys. Shout out to the DQ Queen. We got AC tuning in. AC going to hit some of y'all with the DQ on Sunday. We're going to be doing Battle of the Anglers, guys. And we will do a few sessions. All you have to do is subscribe to the channel, guess the weight of the fish, and bam, just like that, you can walk away with some cash. Courtesy of SWAT Lawn Operations. Want to give a big shout out to SWAT. Spot Snatcher said there's just one missing ingredient. Oh, oh no. That was egregious. What was that? Did you? Nobody saw that, right? Nobody. AC, I need you to leave and come back. AC, I need you to leave and come back later. AC, I need you to leave. Get out of here, AC. AC, you were not. It's your fault. It's AC, it's your fault that this happened to me. And now you got everybody in the chat laughing at me. Yep, Dottie's laughing at AC. Get out of my chat. Now look, I have an excuse for it, guys. Let me show you what happened. Anybody that knows. Now look, there's my bait, but look at what my bait is connected to. It's connected to all this fishing line. It's connected to all this. So I was set up. This was a setup, guys. Everybody knows that whenever you get hung up at some fishing line, it's gonna feel like a fish biting because the fishing line is gonna give you a little give and take. But let's pull it up. Get it out of the water. So somebody else doesn't get hit with the FBS and have a bunch of, and have AC come out of nowhere, letting everybody know about an FBS and laughing at me. So I'm gonna say somebody else. Man, look at all this line. Goodness, this is a whole reel worth of line. Big shout out to Clint Perry. Came on in and hit you guys with those gifted memberships. And somebody said there's something that's missing. They said, where's the fish at? Well, we're working on it. AZ came in here and messed it up for everybody. Had me get hung up on that fishing line. She came in because she wanted to laugh at me. AC said that's a large string fish. All right, string fish. I'm gonna remember that one. Blaster says you were framed, MoneyBass. Maybe Chicken Hawk is in some scuba gear down here. You know what's funny? There are actually some guys out here scuba diving because I saw them putting in whenever I was putting my boat in the lake today. Spot Snatcher says, see what? I sees nothing. That's right. David says, I missed it. Did the line come and the water snagged it? I did get snagged on some line. I was set up. Everybody wanted to make me think I had a fish so they could laugh at me. And I don't appreciate it. We got Mark Allen back in the chat. Thank you, David. You see that? Nobody else took the time to mention my good deed for the day besides David. I appreciate that. David, everybody else just wanted to laugh at me and put FBS in the chat. But not David. He was like, let me acknowledge his good deed. $250 says, I guess it's not like the old boot I hooked into. Alan says no bass fishing since December. Man, that's kind of ugly. All right, we're down there in some cover. Let's see if I can get it out. All right, guys, we're going to do 10 minutes of overtime. 10 minutes. 10 minutes of overtime. And then we're gone. And what I'm going to do while I'm moving, let's just cover some water real quick with a good old crankbait. $250 says I'm debating on a bass boat or a pontoon. So what do you guys think in the chat? Let's have a vote. Bass boat or pontoon? Tell us what are your intentions with this bass boat or pontoon. Because the first boat I bought, I actually bought a fishing ski. And when I bought that boat, you know, I think it would seat like 4 to 6 people or something like that. Because I was like, oh man, everybody's going to want to go out and have some fun on this boat with me. And we're going to be fishing all the time and all this kind of stuff. I think I took more than 2 people on that boat. It was less than 5 times. Could have been like 4 times that it was more than just me and maybe one other person on that boat. And I was like, man, I should just went ahead and bought a bass boat from the beginning. Spot Snatcher says get both. Man, the brakes on this reel, there's something wrong with the brakes on this reel, and I do not know how to, I mean, adjusting it does not work. It's in there. But the brakes on the reel won't allow me to set it correctly so that it doesn't backlash on me, even without throwing it into the wind. 250 says catch and eat, so catfish and panfish with it, okay? Blaster says a pontoon for multi-use. All right, that's enough on the crankbait. We have what? About 6 more minutes left. 6 more minutes left on the shot clock. Who thinks I can catch something in 6 minutes? 6 minutes. Oh my goodness, that is Chicken Hawk calling. All right, drop a 1 in the chat if you guys hear me and see me. Fitty says we back. Yeah, we dropped connection. I need to figure out what I did to cause that to happen. So if we go out for a second, guys. Fitty says I went to go subbing and came back to black. What happened? Who did that? Who could cause such a catastrophe? But appreciate that, 250. How many likes did we get? Oh man, we didn't get the likes up. I guess that's why we didn't get the bites up. You gotta get the likes up to get the bites up. The fish were like, hey, they're not really liking it. They're not feeling it today, MoneyBass. We're not gonna bite today. Yeah, that was Chicken Hawk's fault. I think when Chicken Hawk tried calling me, he messed up my my streaming. Uh-oh, we have 4 minutes left on the shot clock. 4 minutes left. Shout out to Spot Snatcher. Says, do we get bass for cash overtime? Yep, we got 4 minutes overtime. We got 4 minutes overtime. But remember, make sure you guys tune in on Sunday, 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. Battle of the Anglers will be taking place on Lake Altoona. There'll be 7 of us out there competing. It will all be broadcast live, and you guys can join in on the action in the comments. So make sure you guys tune in to that so we can all have a good time. Other thing, we will be live tomorrow at the NOE Outdoors Expo. right, we still have a few casts left, guys. We have a few casts left. And you know what I think I'm gonna do for the last few minutes? We're gonna run down here and fish right in front of the pier, right by the boat dock. Man, one of these days I need to take the time to just come out and scan around, see if we can find a bait fish. When I come out here, I don't really stay out here long enough to find bait fish and, you know, target anything specific. So now I think we're kind of in another transition to where I need to come out and spend a little time locating some stuff before I just come out and start fishing, right? All right, let's run to our last spot, guys. This is the grand finale. Grand finale. And 250 says the Texas sun ain't no fun when you're on a bass boat. All right, so now we're out of the wind. The water's nice and calm. You guys see that? Terry C said, you're gonna get a big one now. He said, you moved to the right spot. So now it's nice and calm. You guys see how the water's all nice and smooth out here now? But out there where we just came from, you can kind of see the difference in the color of the water. Back there where it gets dark blue, that's because the wind is blowing across that water pretty tough. Got Southwest Charters. Says Okeechobee is tuning in. Good to have you back in the chat. What is the fish of the week? What fish are you catching the most of right now? Oh, is it small water charters? I keep saying south water charters. What fish are you catching the most of out there right now? 250 says crappie. Oh, that's not good. I felt some resistance that did not feel. Terry C, how could you say that? Terry C, how could you? Terry C said skunk fish. Are you trying to talk about me? All right, Small Water Charter says, we had a good afternoon on Donkey Land Tuesday. Caught 24, best 5 near 25 pounds. Oh my God. I was gonna say what, but I guess that is Okeechobee. Blaster, don't laugh at Terry. Don't encourage that kind of behavior. Don't encourage that. Terry C said, nope, not me. He was like, I'm not talking about me. Oh man, we went over the overtime. All right, so I guess it's time to ease on out, guys. So this is the last cast. Okay, you said the video was posted. Okay. I have to go and check it out. See what 5 for 25 looks like. 250 says all those tree pounders. Tom Mix said we're in the sudden death round. Once again, want to give a big shout out to Clint Perry. Mr. Boomer Sooner slid right on in, hit you guys with 5 gifted memberships. Now that will come in handy for you on Sunday. On Sunday, we will be doing some Bass for Cash sessions, and I'm pretty sure somebody at some point is going to walk away with a little cash for their pocket. All right. So 8 a.m. this Sunday, 8 a.m., we will be doing an of the anglers. There should be a lot of fish caught on that lake, Lake Altoona. There'll be 7 of us out there fishing against each other. We will be live. Shout out to AC. AC will be holding things down with the commentary and keeping people in line and up to date, going through the chat and all that good stuff. So we're going to be out there for a good time and kind of a long time. So make sure you guys tune in for that. What did I just do? There we go. All right, that's all she wrote. So I won't be back on the water again until Sunday for Battle of the Anglers. Shout out to Terry C talking about I caught a skunk fish. All right, Terry, I'm going to remember that. 250 says all of my one more cast would equal 2 or 3 whole fishing trips. All right. All right, one more cast. You guys convinced me. Okay, one more cast. One more cast. We'll do it. One more cast. All right, Boomer Sooner, I'll let you determine. Should I cast to the left or to the right? Boomer Sooner, shout out to Clint Perry. Should I cast to the left or to the right for this last cast? To the left, let me let you take a look. The left is over that way, towards that bank a little bit. Or to the right, out towards the, kind of like the deeper water. He said to the left. All right, there we go, to the left. So we're gonna, so there's the right, and here's the left. We're gonna cast over to the left. Bam, you guys see it? It splashed right there. All right, shout out to Clint Perry. All right, and this is the last cast. The last cast. And we're gonna milk it because it's a shaky head. We can shake it down slow. Make sure it stays on the bottom. Bastard hit me with the leaking eyeballs. Uh-oh. Did we get hung up on the last cast? Oh, there we go. We got it loose. It wasn't a fish's mouth. We were hung up on something for a second. We just need one little fishy to come up and cooperate. It is the last cast. We're on the hunt for some bendation. Oh, I felt a little tappy tap, guys. I felt a little tappy tap. Oh no, the fish said not today. Not today. How long we been out here? We've been out here for about an hour and a half. I think I'm caught up on some string again, guys. And it came off. So I was hung up in some string, but it came off. Well, that's all she wrote. We even had an extended last cast. All right, once again, make sure you guys tune in on Sunday, 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. We will be live, Battle of the Anglers on Lake Allatoona. Tomorrow, we will be live at the NOE Outdoors Expo that is taking place in Cartersville. I will be there live and in action with the Rob Bender's Bass Club. I will be broadcasting live from that event. So if you want to meet me, meet some of the guys, all that good stuff, make sure you come out to Cartersville NOE Outdoors Expo. If you want more information about it, just go and search. Just Google it, NOE Outdoors Expo, taking place in Cartersville actually today, tomorrow, and Sunday. But I will be there tomorrow. All right, guys. Big shout out to Clint Perry, Boomer Sooner. Hit you guys with those 5 gifted memberships that will help you out on Sunday. Remember, Sunday we will be doing Bass for Cash while we are doing the Battle of the Anglers. So somebody will walk away with actually about $80. All you have to do is guess the weight of the fish. Subscribe to the channel, guess the weight of the fish, and bam, just like that, you'll be good to go. All right, other than that, I guess that's about it. So I'll see you guys on the next live stream.